Hello and welcome to BQ Prime. I'm Hiral Dadia. Overall, let's quickly look at what markets are doing as of now. We are trading below the 18,300 levels, some bit of negativity that has creeped in. However, you have Bank Nifty, which has continued to stay in the positive as we speak. What's in store in terms of expiry? And from tomorrow's session, joining us on the show to discuss the same, we have Nilesh Jain, Head AVP at Centrum Broking, joining in. Nilesh, good afternoon and welcome to the show.
Very good afternoon to you, Hiral.
Nilesh, overall, clearly, the data is suggesting some bit of sharp up move, specifically with regards to where Bank Nifty goes, and some bit of consolidation with regards to Nifty. Let's start with Nifty. What are the levels, according to you, we should be tracking?
Yes, definitely. So if we look at the derivative data, first of all, from expiry point of view, we have seen constantly call writing at 18,300, 18,400, 18,500 strike. Although the good part is that the put writers have shifted their position on a higher side at 18,200. So from here, I think the range has slightly shifted higher from towards 18,200 to 18,500. Any decline, I think that could be a good opportunity to make a fresh entry. Although at current level, we believe there could be possibility of some sort of profit booking that cannot be ruled out. On the back of that, if at all we see Nifty slipping towards 18,250, that could be a good opportunity with a stop loss below 18,200 for the upside target of 18,400 to 18,450 going forward. On the other hand, if you look at the Bank Nifty, in fact, it is showing an outperformance and the structure is slightly looking better compared to the Nifty index. The overall structure hints that Bank Nifty is likely to hit fresh all-time high levels from here in the very near term, and the base has shifted towards 14,000. So for the day, from expiry point of view, we might see near about 18,300 for the Nifty, and for the Bank Nifty near about 14,500 at current level itself. I think we might see Nifty and Bank Nifty both expiring.
Right, so that's with regards to where Nifty as well as Bank Nifty goes. And from here on, from a sector-specific perspective, and if you see in terms of the data that is coming in, the indicative data from individual stocks also, if you see for the benchmarks, is indicating a continuous up move from here on. Now, despite a recent rally, the VIX has been very comfortable at levels of around 13. How do you look at that, the way the VIX is panning out?
If we look at the volatility index in the weeks where we saw earlier, it has hit all-time lowest level of 11. And since then, we have witnessed a gradual up move, and currently it is near about 13. So overall, looking at the volatility, it is very much in the comfort zone for the bulls. We might see a gradual up move in the volatility going forward ahead of the couple of events lined up. But as of now, I don't see any major downtrend in the index as far as index is concerned. But yes, there could be possibility of some sort of a consolidation. As far as volatility is concerned, as long as it trades below 16, the bulls are likely to have an upper hand. And any decisive breakout above 15 in the IVs, that could be a cause of concern. But as of now, it is very much in the comfort zone for the bulls.
Right. Moving on, the PSU banking space has remained under pressure. How are you looking at the PSU banking stocks?
See, Nifty PSU index, if you look at, SBI is likely to come out with the numbers on 18. And ahead of that, the numbers that so far we have seen in overall PSU counters, I think they have slightly disappointed. As far as technicals are concerned, I think SBI still could be a good buying opportunity, could be a good bet to bet on from the PSU banking space for the upside target of 600 to 650. The overall structure looks very much positive. Decline can provide a good opportunity. Apart from that, Bank of Baroda could be the second preferred bet from this particular space. Rest, I would better stay away from that.
Right. Nilesh, apart from that, there is some bit of bullishness that we are seeing with regards to where the auto sector goes. And if you see Maruti Suzuki itself, 11 consecutive sessions of an up move that is coming in on that one. Is there a possibility of a short-term reversal?
As far as Nifty Auto Index is concerned, which has hit a fresh all-time high level in today's trading session, and constantly we are witnessing a high top and high bottom formation. The structure for the Nifty Auto looks very strong, and within this particular space, Maruti continues to remain a preferred bet. The structure looks very much positive for upside target of 9,500 to 9,700. The support is somewhere near about 9,000. Apart from that, other counters like TVS Motor, that is also looking positive on the chart. The structure looks strong for the upside target of 1260 to 1280, and any decline towards 1200 could be a good opportunity to make a fresh entry. Overall, we are, yes, very much positive. We are very much bullish on Nifty Auto Index, and couple of counters like Mahindra and Mahindra, TVS Motor, Bajaj Auto, and Tata Motors are the counters that in our buy recommendation list.
Right. Nilesh, what about an HDFC Bank? Because clearly, if you go to see the current OI, that's above 3 month average. Is there a possibility of a short covering rally that could come in with regards to HDFC Bank?
Yes, absolutely. We saw some crack a couple of sessions back, and now the structure looks very much strong. But I believe there may not be any strong up move on immediate basis. There could be a gradual up move going forward. This particular counter, along with HDFC Limited, are the stocks where one should wait for some declines to make a fresh entry, and can be accumulated in a staggered manner. And the view should be slightly from a longer term perspective. It's not a trading bet. But yes, if at all we see any good decline, that could provide a good opportunity to make a fresh entry.
Right. Apart from the names that we've already spoken about so far, any other counters that you think could be good, trading or investment opportunities from tomorrow's day of trade?
Absolutely. So, couple of counters that are on our radar. First of all, Pidilite Industries. We have seen a good set of numbers, and technically it is forming a good rounding bottom formation. The structure looks very much positive for 2650 to 2700 on the higher side. Stop loss should be placed near about 2520. And apart from that, other counter that we are liking is LIC Housing Finance. We have seen a good up move, good reversal, and now it looks like it is heading towards 400 sort of mark on the higher side, and the stop loss should be placed near about 365. So these are the two counters where we have a positive outlook. Apart from that, we are also liking Nifty FMCG sector as a whole, because that is another sector along with Nifty Auto Index which has hit fresh all-time high levels today. So HUL is one counter from that particular space that is looking very much strong on the chart for the upside target of 2650. Stop loss can be placed near about 2660.
Right. Apart from that, you have Adani Enterprise, Gujarat Gas, Adani Ports, as well as Rain Industries. All these counters are seeing a good amount of long build-up in today's day of trade. What should the strategy be?
See, Adani, from this Adani group, I think Adani Port, that is looking slightly on a positive side technically, and the structure looks positive for immediate target of 720. 720 is the 200 exponential moving average resistance. If it takes out 720, then we might see a follow buying towards 740 to 750. So structure for Adani Port looks slightly on a positive side. One can buy at current level and on decline, keeping strict stop loss below 690. Apart from that, Adani Enterprise, just want to highlight levels in this particular counter. Looking at the volatility that usually we see, it is not advisable to trade. But yes, if somebody wants to buy, then keep a stop loss below 1970, and upside is very much open for 2000 to 2020. And lastly, Rain Industries, this particular counter, although we are witnessing some sort of a build-up on the long side, the structure is looking slightly on a sideways front. So I'm not comfortable taking any long position as of now.
Right, so that's with regards to a few of the names that we spoke. Apart from that, how are you seeing a Dr. Reddy's as well as L&T? Now, both these counters, Q4 numbers have been announced. We are seeing some bit of short build-up as well on the back of the weakness in terms of the numbers. What should the strategy be with both these names?
See, both the counters have similar setup. A strong up move we saw in Dr. Reddy as well as L&T, and after that we have seen a big gap down opening, and constantly in today's trading session, both the counters are witnessing selling pressure on the back of poor set of numbers. See, structure for both the counters looks slightly on a negative side from a short-term perspective. I would, avoid Dr. Reddy for the time being. I'm not comfortable in this particular counter, but yes, L&T, there we might see a good opportunity to make a fresh entry, given the fact that it has already given a good turn up. So those who have missed out this particular rally may think about re-entering or make a fresh entry towards 2200 to 2180. So that's a good range to make a fresh entry, keeping stop loss below 2140. And upside, again, we might see this particular stock moving towards 2400 to 2450 going forward.
Right. If you leave these names as well, how are you looking at a Hindalco, IGL, as well as a Aurobindo? Because again, bearish positions that are being taken on these counters as well.
See, overall metal space, we are witnessing some sort of selling pressure in today's trading session. So I'm not very much comfortable in this particular commodity play. And looking at the amount of volatility that we usually witness in metal space, I think it is better to stay away unless and until you have a longer term time frame. If you have a horizon of let's say 3 to 4 months, then Hindalco could be a preferred bet to make a fresh entry at the lower levels. But as of now, it is better to stay away for the time being. IGL is another counter. Yes, the structure is looking very strong along with that MGL. So both oil and gas stocks are looking very much positive on the chart. MGL posted huge, good set of numbers. So we are liking IGL as well. Decline could be a good opportunity to make a fresh entry for the upside target of 520 to 550. So again, we can expect turnaround in this particular counter after today's fall. So keep a stop loss below 460, buy on decline for the upside target of 520 to 550.
Right. So these are individual stocks that we've been discussing as well. But clearly, one last question, Nilesh, I want to take with you is that while we stay positive, and anticipate markets to catch the momentum, uh, clearly, do you think there still could be pressure at higher levels?
Absolutely. See, usually this is the kind of structure that we have seen in the past as well. See, undertone is very much positive. Why? Because Nifty and Bank Nifty both are trading well above their short-term and long-term moving averages. So, cluster of support is now placed in the range of 18,000 to 70,500. So, we have a very strong support zone at the lower levels. So, from here, we are slightly cautiously optimistic. The undertone continues to remain on a positive side. But the thing is that we are not very much comfortable at current level because the risk and reward is not favorable. So I would, be comfortable if Nifty moves towards 18,000, then I would be in a better position to take a long bet, keeping stop loss below 17,700 or maybe 17,600. On the higher side, maybe in a month or two, we are likely to see a fresh all-time high levels in the Nifty as well as Bank Nifty. So as far as Bank Nifty is concerned, we have a slightly, positive outlook on the Bank Nifty compared to the Nifty index. So Bank Nifty, we expect Bank Nifty in the spot level to move towards its previous all-time high levels of 44,100, given the fact that a strong chart pattern in ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank, and counters like IndusInd Bank. So these are the counters which may lead the rally from here, and Bank Nifty may, maybe the first one to hit a fresh all-time high levels. So if we leave index apart, I think stock-specific action, the broader markets, these are the space to be watched out for. That is looking very much strong on the chart.
Right. So these are levels we should be watching out for, as well as Nilesh mentioned. Thank you, Nilesh, so much for joining us on the show and sharing those strategies. But clearly, it has been a volatile day of trade in terms of the last day in terms of the weekly expiry as well. Nifty closing below the 18,300 levels. However, there has been clear outperformance that's coming in from Bank Nifty in today's session with gains of nearly 150 points there, and we are closing above the 43,450 mark already. If you see in terms of the advanced decline ratio as well, pretty much in favor of the bulls in terms of Nifty 50. And similarly, if you see in terms of Bank Nifty as well, you've 10 Bank Nifty components which have ended in the positive. One has declined and one has remained unchanged. Let's quickly look at the components as well. Adani Enterprises, Adani Ports, strong gains there. Asian Paints, 3.5% up move. HUL seeing gains of around 2.5%. NTPC was one of the other top gainers. Pressure coming in with regards to Dr. Reddy's on the back of the underperformance of Q4 numbers. L&T as well on the back of numbers and news about AM Naik retirement as well as put pressure. Hindalco, Davis Laboratories as well as JSW Steel. These were the other few stocks which were trading under pressure. If you see in terms of the sectors as well, FMCG was the top gaining sector with gains of 0.5%, and pharma the top losing sector with cuts of around 1.3% coming in there. There was some bit of pressure coming in even in terms of the PSU bank index. So it's mainly the private banks which are actually keeping us afloat overall. If you see in terms of broader markets, Sanofi, a 9% up move coming in terms of Sanofi after the demerger news that we heard yesterday. GTL Infra, Team Lease, Solaro, CMS Info, these were few of the other top gainers as well in today's session, whereas Hindalco, L&T, we already mentioned, were few of the top losers as well. So clearly, in overall, if you go to see a lot of stock-specific action is what we are witnessing. Markets have been volatile. It's mainly L&T, Dr. Reddy's. These are few of the names which have been a drag in terms of markets in today's session. April, you had Dr. Lalpath Labs as well, that has been in focus on the back of numbers. Newland Laboratories, the stock was locked in 20% upper circuit on the back of the numbers that were announced as well. Asian Paints also announced Q4 numbers. Dr. Lalpath Lab again, a very mixed set of numbers. I mean, actually almost weak set of numbers with a dip in terms of profitability margins as well. And you had a SpiceJet, which was in focus because they've clearly come out and said that they would be boosting the grounded fleet with around $50 million funding from the ECLG scheme as well. And this is one of the benefits that airlines will be getting on the back of what's happened with Go First. So overall, a lot of stock specific action. There were stocks that were at a 52-week high today as well. So ABB, Bajaj Auto, Serra Sanitary Ware, Equitas Small Finance Bank, Glenmark Pharmaceuticals, Indigo, ONGC, Ratnamani Metals, Tata Motors, Varun Beverages, a few of the names that hit a 52-week high in today's day of trade. So overall, a good day of trade from a stock specific action. Markets have been flat, a very volatile expiry, weekly expiry day we have seen, and clear outperformance coming in from the financials. That's all that we have in this session. Thanks for watching and have a great evening.